So if you've been learning the code for a few months but still feel like you're stuck at the beginner level, I'm willing to bet you've been making this mistake. You keep jumping from one programming language to another, hoping that the next one finally clicks. But here's the truth. That's actually the fastest way to never get good at any of them, and you're really setting yourself back each time. That's what I like to call language hopping. And I get it. Every YouTube video, blog post, Twitter thread is talking about the best programming language in 2025. And you start to feel like you're falling behind and you're not learning the right one. But here's the problem. Every time you switch, you reset your progress back to square one, and you never get past that awkward beginner stage. So it feels like you've been learning the code, if you will, forever. So in this video, I want to talk about three things that kind of helped me with my journey to make sure that I stayed structured, make sure I stayed on task, and actually help me get past this feeling so that I can really start to understand what it is that I'm learning, implement it, and start to branch out and do more things and get comfortable in the programming space. So as I mentioned, when I started out, I made the exact same mistake. I started out by learning Python first, and then I jumped to JavaScript, and then I ended up jumping to Java, and I jumped right back to Python. And it all felt exciting. I felt good about myself. My confidence was high. But after the very first year, I realized that I couldn't really build anything without having to Google it, refer to my notes, or go back to something that I built in the process of learning. Nothing really kind of stuck, if you will. And that was kind of the turning point for me that I realized that, hey, I just need to learn one of these languages, stop trying to learn everything at once, get good at it. And then once I get good at it, then I can start to consider other languages to kind of fit my ultimate end goal, if that makes sense. So I want you to kind of keep in mind that every time you learn a new language, you're going to have to restart that learning curve. Here's why. The syntax primarily for each programming language is different, and all of them are a little quirky and they could do something a little different. So every time you switch, you're not only moving away from what you've already learned, but you're going to be basically starting over, because the first thing you're going to have to do is understand that syntax, which takes a little bit of time. And then after you understand the syntax, then you can start to build projects and put things together. Now, the cool thing is that if you wait and you're a little patient before you do pick up a new language, the concepts, I realize, do kind of transfer a lot easier. A loop is a loop, a function is a function, an array is an array, an object is an object. These are going to be consistent no matter what programming language you pick, whether it be Java, Python, JavaScript, you name it. But until you actually understand them fluidly, or you have a very good, thorough understanding of them, you won't truly understand the benefit of picking up another language until you get this concept first. Got to make sure that you understand those fundamentals and you really have a good grasp on those first. Then you can start to look at doing more and branching out if that's something that's even necessary. The last thing I want to leave you with is that your projects matter way more than you may realize. Employers and clients aren't going to care about how many languages you know. It does show that you do like to learn, but it also can kind of give the sense that you're not very stable and that you hop around and you're still trying to find what satisfies you, if you will. If you can get good at one language and build multiple projects and a killer portfolio with just one language, that'll actually look a lot better than it would having multiple languages under your belt, because you're showing that you can build something from start to finish. And yes, that employer may have a preference for React versus Spring Boot, if you will, or have a Next.js preference over a Node Express server. It can vary based upon what they're looking for, but you having the ability and you showing that you're actually willing to learn and have the capacity to learn will go a long way with them in that job hunting and that job decision making process. So just kind of keep that in mind. So after this, here's what I want you to do. I want you to pick one language and stick with it. Stick with it for the next 6 to 12 months. Start out by building some small projects and then graduate to something bigger. You can build something like a to-do app, an API, a mini game. And then once you've got very good at those, then and only then you can pick up another language if that's something that you choose to do. So if you stop bouncing from language to language and trying to learn so many different things at once, you actually get better at programming and coding a lot faster than you realize. And ironically enough, if you learn that first language first, The second and the third, if you have to do that, becomes a lot easier because you're already immersed in the space and a lot of the concepts you already understand. So if you found this video helpful, feel free to give me a like, consider subscribing, and share it with someone else that needs to hear this message. I'll see you in the next video.